show you how I did this wavy hair look, which I am loving at the moment. It just adds so much volume and just different from a curly look as well. I'm seeing it absolutely everywhere in magazines, on catwalks, on Instagram, and it's really, really super easy to do. It doesn't take any time whatsoever. So if you want to see how I did this, then carry on watching. So the tool I'm using today is a waver, and this one in particular is by Lee Stafford. As you know, I worked with Lee quite a lot a couple of years ago, so I got the whole set of his tools, and this is the only one that I actually own that's like this, but you can pick these up. And basically it is just a really big kind of crimper style tool, and the only difference is the barrel inside is obviously more bigger and wavier than a zigzag crimper, so I really like it for that. And this is kind of like a glamorous wave, I guess, but I just think it's really, really on trend at the moment, and I think it's one of those looks that we're going to be seeing all over the catwalks as well, but we can do it on ourselves too. So I'm just going to start off with this bit of hair, and I'll show you how to use it. So you just want to get as close to the root as possible, and then you just press down, hold for a few seconds, and then you just go down to the next bit of hair, and you basically have to do this the whole length of the hair. So it might take a little bit longer than usual because one bit of hair will take you longer than it usually does to, like, say, curl it, but the effect, like, look at that, the effect is really, really cool. And even though it looks like quite wavy at the moment, we are going to like dress them down a bit so they're not as over the top when we finish. So you want to just carry on all the way down. Now these wavers are actually really, really cheap. You can probably pick these up for, I want to say, like £30, which for a hair tong is actually not that bad when you think about how much straighteners can be. I mean, you can do this look with a straightener as well. You can do like the zigzag motion, but I just find that this is easier. Like, while I'm doing this, I can look at my phone, I can watch YouTube. I don't have to have both my hands handy, and I don't really have to watch myself doing it. She says, as she looks in the mirror, have an iced coffee. I'm just so tired today that I needed to make an iced coffee. I didn't really fancy a hot one, so I got a cold one instead. When you do the underneath, I always kind of tend to just bring it round to the side. I find this easier than having to go over the top of my head. So that's just a little tip if you struggle with the underneath or the back of your hair. If you just bring it round to the side, it ends up having the same effect anyway, so it still works. Take down that section and keep the very top section separate still, because the top section is the bit that you need to pay the most attention to. So we're going to curl that right at the very end. Out the back door we ran towards the city lights. Oh, the city lights. And then we have the top layer, and as you see this the most, I would say this is the most important layer to get right. So for this, I am going to start at the front. I'm going to start off with a small piece like so. You can see that. And then I'm just going to curl this. And I'm going to like curl it as if it's going downwards, because I want this to hang nicely still. And you can always go back in if they're not curly enough. So I like to just do a little bit here. And then if it's not right, I'll go back in and add some more wave to it. I'm really concentrating on getting it right to the root as well, because I want it to be full on wavy right from the root. So I'm going to hold that there a little bit longer and then go to the next bit, like this bit. I'm just going to redo that. So as you can see, that is it all curled or waved. I keep saying curled, but it is more of a wave, and it kind of has that feel that it's been in a plait, which I like because you actually can control it more than if it was in a plait all night. And just to add some volume, I'm going to go in with this product, and this is by Osis by Scorchcraft, and it's the Volume Booster Spray. I used this before in a hair tutorial and I love it still. I like to just lift up there and then just spray it at the root. Just a really good way of just getting a bit of volume at the root, and you can also spray it like at the bottom of your hair and give it a scrunch. Just adds a little bit of volume if your hair is a little bit flat like mine can be. And then if your hair is feeling a bit dry, you can obviously always add in some oil, which will kind of calm it down a little bit as well, just in case you feel like it's a little bit too kind of manic. For me, I like this really big kind of wavy look. That's my kind of hair. This makes your hair really, really pliable. So if you do want to do an updo, you can kind of pull this back like so, and then that's just like an instant like cool updo, and I think it looks really nice in a ponytail as well if you've got like little bits hanging down. If your hair is straight like mine, it just adds a little bit of interest to it. It just adds some volume and some kind of root curl, because I actually find it really hard to curl your roots. So this is the kind of thing that the wave can come right from the root of your hair, and for that alone, I love it. So yeah, that is the wavy hair look. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe as well, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Bye!